would also like to thank our Obon team. I was going to have them come up here, but they're all busy. So if you're been working on Obon, raise your hand. Stand up. Stand up. Wave. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because it's just been such a wonderful group coming together, bringing their memories of Obon from their childhood, and just having so much fun planning this and coming up with different ideas. It's been just wonderful. So thank you to the Obon team. Many of you know what's happening in Hawaii, and it's been a difficult week for those of us who are from Hawaii. I'm asking all of you, as you walk around today, to think about your ancestors, to write notes to people who have passed, but also put the people of Maui in your prayers and your thoughts. We have some donation jars around in the Hapi area, and we'll be sending this to two organizations in Hawaii that we found out through Maui County. And prayers and donations, it's just been devastating and unlike anything I've ever seen in my home state. So keep them in your hearts and your prayers, and let's try to do what we can for Hawaii. Please enjoy all our food trucks, our merchandise. We have great spam musubi for sale in the Hapi tent, wonderful artists, and also a great children's activity tent. So please go and take your kids, have fun, and enjoy. All right. Any questions? Just joking. Okay. So we never expect this kind of a hot day, right, in Arcata, but weather's changing and we're getting some really hot days. So we have these great Uchiwa fans for sale. And they feel so good. So keep hydrated, there's water, fan yourself. And just have a great time. It is a time that we think about our people who have passed, and we think about our ancestors. This kind of odd looking vest I'm wearing actually is my grandmother's that she gave me sometime way back. So think about people who've been in our lives, who've influenced us and who made us who we are today. So that's what Obon is about, to thank our ancestors and our relatives and to really feel about family. Now I would like to introduce Rinban Sakamoto, who's from San Jose, and he will share with us about Obon.
this evening's Obon Odori. Being kibitzed in the front. They're saying, go like this, go like this. Okay, that's my wife, and that's Obon. So it's good to be here again for this year's second Humboldt Obon Festival. And it was really nice to be asked to be a part of this festival. Last year we were asked because they wanted to have something that connects the festival to the roots of Obon. And many of you may know that Obon originates from a Buddhist story. The story is from the Ulambana Sutra. A sutra is a Dharma message that is attributed to the historical Buddha, Shakyamuni, who lived in India 2,500 years ago. And it's out of his experience of enlightenment that the many traditions of Buddhism flow. And there are many, many different schools of Buddhism. In Japan, there are a variety of Buddhist schools, and the schools of Buddhism tend to be grouped by region. So we think of Vietnamese Buddhism, Japanese Buddhism, Chinese Buddhism. Within these cultural boundaries are found many traditions of Buddhism. Obon is unique to Japan. It originates in Japan, this Obon festival. The Obon story, of course, again goes back to Shakyamuni Buddha. But the festival where we remember those who have lived before us and acknowledge the importance of their lives is somewhat special to Japanese culture. And so you'll find Obon observed by Japanese communities. The story that this originates from, the story of Shakyamuni Buddha's disciple Moggallana, is about when Moggallana decided to become a disciple, a student of Shakyamuni Buddha. He left his mother entrusted to his relatives and friends, and he felt that this was the best way that he could become a student of Shakyamuni Buddha and still care for his mother. Many years later, when his mother died, he looked through the mythologies that he looked through the realms of existence and found his mother in the realm of hungry ghosts, pretas, where everything that they touch bursts into flames, so they can never satisfy their hunger. And when he saw his mother in this realm of hungry ghosts, he asked Shakyamuni Buddha how might he be able to free his mother. And the instructions of Shakyamuni Buddha was not to go deeper into meditation, not to be more strict with your discipline, but rather to go out and do something for his fellow monks, to acknowledge the importance of the family and friends that had gathered around him, to share what he had with his friends. And when Moggallana returned to his meditation, he found his mother had been released from this realm of hungry ghosts. The realm of hungry ghosts is one of the kinds of experiences that we have when our hunger is insatiable. We want something so bad we would do anything to get that which we want. And that kind of desire, which has no bounds, causes difficulties for ourselves and for others. And when we are able to recognize this deep connection that we share with the life around us, we kind of begin to break down these boundaries that separate us, and in doing so, free us from that realm of hungry ghosts, a realm that we might find ourselves in on a regular basis when we want something that we can't get, when we want to do something that we can't do, or be with someone that we can't be with. Our disappointment, our anger, our greed can begin to drive us in a direction that results in, again, difficulties for ourselves and for others. So when we dance at this Obon festival, it's the dance that Moggallana celebrates the release of his mother and acknowledges the importance of the relationship that we share with the world around us, that we do not exist alone, but that in fact we exist as a result of all of these causes and conditions made up by our friends and family at the gathering that bring us together on this evening. So later, as you dance, we celebrate the acknowledging this deep connection we share with all life. I'll read a portion of the larger sutra called Jusege. In this Jusege, the Bodhisattva Dhammakara is before his teacher, the Buddha Lokeshvara. And Dhammakara vows before Lokeshvara to find a way through which all beings might be freed of the difficulties that we cause and experience. Dhammakara goes on to practice and to fulfill this promise, and in doing so becomes the Buddha Amida. And that Buddha is central to the school of Buddhism that I belong to. It is an acknowledgement of the relationship again that we share with the world around us, that the assurance of Amida Buddha, a Buddha, provides for the enlightenment of all beings. So as we reflect upon that, it's a life of gratitude, of appreciation, is a practice of this tradition of Buddhism. Again, I'll read a portion of the larger Pure Sutra called the Jusege. 의여의 사이버 증의 석시 독후혼 난내 시즈조만 독후 이상의 오 묘무 증의 진천하즈 미분쇼 낭아 그 에링이 도시 사이쇼손 킹안야 공한 다이센노 간도 홍의쇼 텐닌 호의 짐용에 나만나무 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 언니 싱어동무 요노세의 사이 원보다 이신 원조 Yesterday, when we came up, we drove up from San Jose, and we left at a time that I thought would bring us here to Arcata in a timely fashion. Some of you are aware of the travails that we encountered along our travels. We stopped in Willits, and we went up to visit a friend, a person that we think of as a friend, Monty Levinson, who is a shakuhachi maker that lives in the hills above Willits, and he's been there for some 50 years, I think, on homestead property, and has been making shakuhachi, very fine instruments. Unfortunately, I have two shakuhachis made by Monty, but I think something's wrong with them. They don't blow as well. I don't understand what the problem is. Rick is obviously someone who plays the instrument much better than I do, and so through Rick you get a sense of what it's supposed to sound like. But we went up to visit Monty, and we got stuck in a ditch on his property. He had to tow us out or pull us out. Fortunately, he's been up there, up in the hills, for such a long time. He had a truck. He chained up the car. And we have a Prius Prime. It's not supposed to be out in the wild like that. And I'm driving this car through these hills, and he pulled us out. So that was okay. And then we went up to his home. We spent there, and we were an hour maybe in pulling that car out. And so we were late. We're running late now. We were on time, but now we're running late. So we spent time with them, the family. We didn't want to just kind of say bye, thank you very much, and take off. So we spent time with them. So we were running late, and then we came down the hill. And as we passed Laytonville, heading north on 101, we had a blowout on our front right side, and we shredded a tire. Yeah, I know, right? Oh. so we pulled over to the side. Unfortunately, it was a nice wide County Road 307. We were right there at that intersection of 101 and County Road 307, because they asked us several times. And so we're parked there, called AAA. AAA said, okay, we'll be there. We waited and we waited and we waited. So finally, after about 50 minutes after the time that we were supposed to be there, I called. And they said, oh no, they're they're out of hours, so they can't come. Okay, so he said, okay, what we'll do is we'll try and find somebody to come tow you. So I said, okay, fine, thank you. While we were sitting there, we were sitting on the side of 101 for about 5 hours. I know, the people who came to rescue us were Reese and Frankel. Yay! They drove 2 hours from here down to where we were and drove us 2 hours back. And so by the time we got to bed, it was like past 1. But while we were sitting alongside the road, many people stopped by. They stopped. Are you okay? Do you need any help? I said, okay, AAA's coming. And another person would stop by. I said, are you okay? Do you need help? And several of these people would stop by and ask. And we had one person help us, and we were on the side of the road for a long time. So took us to the bathroom and came back again. AAA said, oh, leave your keys in the car, take your things out, and then come back for it later. Leave your keys in the car? On the side of the road? I don't know, not a good idea. But, so we stayed with the car. Matt, who owned the shop about a mile up the road, came, do you need equipment to fix your car? So when the people come down from Arcata, if you need any equipment, any tools, let me know, give me a call. I'm up till 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm watching TV anyway. And helping somebody on the side of the road is much funner than watching on TV. There were so many people that stopped by to check on our well-being. There was a police officer, a highway patrolman, Officer Souza, who stopped by 3 times. The first time he came by and he went back and he came back up again, stopped again, and finally he came and when Franco and Arisho stopped by again and helped with repairing or putting Franco's spare tire onto our car. I think that when I think about this story, and you can share it, the crazy person that came up from San Jose spent 5 hours on the side of the road waiting for help. But it's that kind of relationship, right? People who you don't know, we kind of have some perception. We often have a perception about the people that we encounter. But I think when we get past that, we see that there's something more that we share as human beings. That we have something in common that affirms our humanity that we share. This story of Mogalana, it wasn't about practicing harder. It was about connecting with his community, reconnecting with his fellow students and disciples. In the same way, sitting alongside the road, I keep thinking of that story from Michael. Never mind. But I mean, we were just strangers on the road, and people willing to come by, stop by, and help out. And I think that, in a way, reaffirms this humanity that we all share. Whatever our political perspectives are, whatever our religious choices may be, at the bottom, at the core of all of that is our shared humanity. And as we gather here together, we remember the family and friends who have passed away. Yesterday, I was supposed to conduct a Hatsubon service, which is a service for families who have experienced a death in their family in the past year. And because we were sitting on Saturday Road, we were unable to conduct that service. But there are people here whose family members have passed away in this past year. And they're very close people to this community. And I wanted to have this first Hatsubon service. But because of circumstances, I was unable to do so. But I wanted to mention that at this service, at this time, that there are people within our community who have experienced these deaths and whose lives have been changed, but whose lives also continue to be influenced by these individuals. Although their life has come to an end, the influence that their lives have continue to have an impact on how we see the world and how we appreciate the world. Today, as you participate in this Obon service, Obon festival, it's a festival that's rooted in Buddhism. We remember those who have been a part of our lives, people that we may not have ever met, but whose influence continues to be a part of our lives. And we are grateful for having that opportunity to reflect upon, to think about all of the lives that make our lives possible. Thank you very much, everyone, and thank you for the organizing committee for inviting us again. This is the second year in a row that we were late. So, if we're invited back again, they said don't go visit Monty, come straight. But I don't know, we'll risk it. We'll take it. We live risky lives and we go for it. But again, thank you everyone for your presence here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rinbody. He really sets the tone for Obon. You know, it is a time that we think about people who have passed, and I am sorry that we didn't have the Hatsubon last night, but I'm glad you're safe, and thank you to Franco and Reese for going down to get them. Woo-hoo! And to all the people who stopped to see how they could help. It's so wonderful. I think sometimes there's so much going on in the world that we kind of lose track or forget about the goodness too. So that's another thing about Obon, is to think about the goodness and the things that bring us joy. And so today when you come about and start dancing, I want you to feel that joy and to think about your family and friends who bring that joy to you. Think about those who've passed and how they've left this for all of us, this wonderful, joyous time for all of us. So we do have something for Rimbaum, but I think we're a little ahead of schedule. So I'm going to call on Craig. So this is Craig Cromata, and he is just an amazing folk dancer, and he put together all of our Obon dances and taught us here, and he's going to be sharing with you more about what Obon Odori is about.
Thank you, Marilyn. Welcome, everyone. This is a really wonderful time. The fact that we're having this festival second time is just a real testament to the willpower of the Hopi community here. When when we first started doing this, when we were going to do this last year, they came to me and they knew I was a dancer, and they knew that I knew these Bon dances and that I could teach them. And that was the proposal. They said, Craig, why don't we're going to have an Obon festival here in Arcata. And I looked at them and I just said, and all 10 people will come? I had no idea. No, I really was blown away by the fact that there's a very small Asian community, as you may know. Humboldt County specifically has a very, very difficult, hard history dealing with Asians. If you didn't know, I'm not going to tell you the stories about that. You know about them, I think. But the fact that we had people with connections to other people, and I was seeing, people's spouses and relatives who brought in their Japanese relatives or their Asian relatives, and we also realized we wanted to really make this a pan-Asian and a big, open, inclusive festival, which it is by nature. But it was an extraordinary turnout last year, and we really didn't know what it would be. I mean, we started over here and just within the confines here, and now we've expanded to the big time. We're in the Holiyashi parking lot, so that tells you something. So the dancing is a wonderful celebration. I tell people that yes, Obon has Buddhist, some religious origins, but the dancing can be very secular and very modern. One of the things that I love about it is, even though there are, quote, traditional dances practiced everywhere, traditional folk dances, but the thing that I really love about Obon dances is that in Japan, there's no problem with coming up with a new dance. As a matter of fact, everybody says, well, what's the new hot dance this year? So they're constantly coming up with new dances and changing and adapting new ones. And you can dance with fans, round fans, folding fans, castanets. There are all kinds of props or things that you can dance with. I even saw one that had those triangle pennants, it looked like a drill team, but I mean, you know, that's the way it was. It was, and the flexibility of bringing in all of these new kinds of dances. So when we ask you, you can join right in, and you don't have to know these dances. We're going to have a little leaders circle right up here. You just look up and you try and imitate what the moves that we're doing. You know, if you're on the wrong foot, don't worry about it. If you raise your right hand instead of your left hand, don't worry about it. Daijoubu, you know, don't worry about it. Just enjoy yourself. We do go, I should say, we do go counterclockwise. Don't swim upstream. So, and our new dance for this year, you'll see it might be a little surprise, called Mottainai, created by Nobuhiko Miyamoto, a wonderful choreographer and artist, and it's got a great message about reuse, recycle. You know, don't waste things. And we're gonna. I guess we're about ready to start, right? Marilyn, did you have anything else? Trying to fill the time.
Thank you so much, Craig. Before we start dancing, I do want to share with you that Hayashi has put this beautiful set. It's called Lani Earrings and Necklace, and 25% of the sale will go to Maui. So, great way to support a local business and to support what's a donation to our Maui Ohana. I'd also like now to, where's Rinban? Did you listen? Rinban, come back up here. We have some of our Obon team has a gift for you that we all put together, and we'd like you to come up and.
An extra spare tire?
So. We're gonna have Anne and Kelly come on up.
Sensei, you make us so happy that you come. Thank you. And especially with all the travails of this trip, you will see that there is an emphasis on emergency nourishment here. These are various forms of things made locally, even laces, which is sold very widely as a local product. So anyway, this is a small way to express our gratitude.
I look forward to the next time there's stop along the road. Thank you very much, everyone. Oh, asparagus.
Okay, let's dance. You can go around this. Come on up, everybody. And Craig.
Okay, I guess I just have to repeat what I just said because there are a lot of people who didn't hear it. So it's all right to join the circle. You don't need a fan. You don't need anything. You can just use your hands. Just follow the lanes. It's not a race. We're not taking bets on who finishes first. There's no finish line, as you might see, in a very wonderful philosophical way. Okay, we do have some extra fans, but please don't take them home with you. Please leave them for us. And we have some fans, and they're right in the back here. Please come get them if you really want one. We also, Franny-san. Like I said, we will have just follow the people up here on the dance platform. They're the model dancers that you can follow. And, you know, it doesn't matter if you step on the wrong foot or, unless it's somebody else's foot, if you step on the wrong foot or raise the wrong hand or you face the wrong direction. But just keep the flow, traffic flow, going counterclockwise. Now that you all have digital, watches, it doesn't matter that. Okay, I think we can... Okay, can Chris we'll start off with the first dance is Bon Odori no Uta. The first dance that
All right, we have a lost dog, a black and white terrier at the it's at the ceramic booth right there. And we think the name is Chola or Cholo. So if anyone knows about this dog, please go see it at the ceramic booth. All right, sorry to... This looks wonderful, by the way, everyone dancing.
Oh man. Oh no, this next one's really easy, really easy. 1 たす1の運動, 1 plus 1. And you just do a little, it's like you're calling someone out in baseball. You're safe. You say, safe to the right, safe to the left. Then you take 3 steps and make a big wave out, and then 3 steps and go back, but still move forward. And then you snap your knees 4 times. Clap in front, clap behind, and 3 more claps, like you're swatting mosquitoes out on the Manila dunes. Soranbushi is the herring fishing song. So you'll see all of the actions of throwing out the nets and sailing in your boats and pulling in the ropes. Soranbushi. So the next dance is probably one of the older ones from the 30s called Tokyo Ondo. Tell a real quick story when I was researching this. Unfortunately, so I was looking online, of course, for Tokyo Ondo, nice videos of people doing it, seeing, make sure that we have the same moves to coordinate the right ones. But unfortunately, this song became the theme song to a baseball team in Japan. And apparently one of the things to do was to go to the baseball games, open up an umbrella, and then bounce the umbrella along with the music. So I'd be going, Tokyo Ondo, you know, Google Tokyo Ondo. Here's one, opens it up. Baseball team, a baseball stadium, umbrellas bouncing around. That can't be right. Okay, let me try another one. You know, 5, 6, 7, 8, videos. That's all it was. I had to go back into some old archival ones from American Buddhist temples that were having this. So this is an old, wonderful dance from the 30s, Tokyo Ondo. Okay, the next dance is one that it's Unagappa Ondo. Hey, oh, we got some fans of Unagappa Ondo. Okay, so this was taught by a wonderful Tamaoke sensei that I learned at Stockton folk dance camp. It was a folk dance camp, and so we learned this is a wonderful dance. It's sort of the original story of what kappa are it's kind of creepy. They're little like water vampires. They're evil critters. But in the modern sense, they sort of, you know how they do, they clean it up for kids. So so now we have this sort of eel gappa hybrid creature, the unagappa. And so part of this has to do with the gappa have a part of the mythology is they have a little indentation in their heads. I'm sure you know someone like that. Anyway, they have a little indentation in their heads that is filled with water, and that's where their power comes from. That's where their mythical power comes from. And all you have to do is get them to spill it. And so you see these heroes, and they're at the mercy of the kappa, and the kappa says, "Oh, I have you now." And he says, "Well, I can do something you can't do." "Oh yeah, what is that?" "Oh, I can do a somersault." So the hero does a somersault, the kappa says, "Hey, that's easy," does the somersault, loses the water, and the hero survives and is victorious. So that's a long way around this one dance. So Unagappa Ondo, follow the people who've been studying it. The next dance is probably the most well-known Japanese folk dance, even outside of Japan, Tanko-bushi, the coal miners' dance. I think a lot of people, if they had any experience with any Japanese dance, this is probably the one dance that they might know. It starts out with the digging the coal, right, and throwing the coal over your shoulders, and wiping the sweat from your brow, and pushing the cart forward. Tanko-bushi. 高い So this next dance I learned, and it was made popular in California for the anniversary of the rebuilding of San Francisco's J-Town in 2006. Got that all right. And it was also the 75th anniversary of Obon in America, apparently. And this was a big hit. So this dance was learned by so many groups. We came to do it in San Francisco's Japantown. I don't know if any of you were there in 2006 to remember to do this. And just when things got started going, it looked really great, this big storm came in, rained on everybody, cut off all the power, all the music went down, and that was the end of that festival. So every time I get to do Shiawase Samba, it's a blessing. So thank you very much for Shiawase Samba. So this, again, this is one of those modern, newer feelings, and influenced, by samba, by South American culture. So Shiawase Samba. these festivals and these traditions are very open to new dances. So we learned we're adding one dance that we didn't do last year. This was one that Franny Martin, I'll lay the blame at her door. She saw this and said, oh, we have to do this dance. It's got a really great theme and it's got a really good Humboldt spirit, and I agree. It Mottai Nai by Nobuhiko Miyamoto. She is a wonderful composer and created this dance, and it's sung in English so you can understand it a little better. And so it's all about not wasting your resources.
Shame what you throw away. Every piece of paper, every grain of rice, every drop of water, she would use it twice, saying, oh, motai nai, oh, motai nai, oh, motai nai, oh, motai nai. We laughed, we lost what Bachan taught. We ran away and we forgot. Running to the future, running from the past, running on empty, and it just can't last. Oh, motai nai. Oh, motai nai. Oh, motai nai. Oh, motai nai. Motai nai. It's an ancient wisdom. Motai nai. That everyone can use. Motai nai. Don't waste what nature gives you. Take the old and make it new. We use, we throw away. We take, we use, we throw away. We take, we use, we throw away. We take, we use, we throw away. Remember what Bachan used to say? What a waste, what a shame, what you throw away. Every piece of paper, every grain of rice, every drop of water, she would use it twice, saying, oh, motai nai. Oh, motai nai. Oh, motai nai. Oh, motai nai. Motai nai. It's an ancient wisdom that everyone can use. Don't waste what nature gives you. Take the old and make it new. Take the old and make it new. You got to take the old and make it new. Take the old and make it new. Oh, motai nai.
Okay, so, gee, we ran through these dances a little faster than planned, so I guess they wanted me to describe them a little more. But you'll get another chance to do it at 7 o'clock. We'll do this again, and so you can go and eat some more great food, and then come on in and burn off the calories here. So this is the last dance we'll do for the set. It's the Bon Odori no Uta, the very first one we did with the uchiwa, the round fans. Please, you don't need them. If you want them, that's fine. Please return them though. And it's been just really wonderful to be able to dance and see so many people jumping in. That's what this is all about. Just join in, dance and enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you again at 7 o'clock. Oh, and I want to thank our taiko masters, Gary and Franco, and Yuka. Yeah, okay, they're here, they're around. Congratulate them when you, oh, there they are, and Totoro here. Hot boiled Totoro, I think. All right, so, okay, Bon Odori no Uta, and we'll meet again for dancing, and then it's Humboldt Taiko coming up, right? Aye, oh, okay. World famous Humboldt Taiko.
grab Kaito? Okay. Can you move that chair, boy? We'll go to the other side.